Welcome to Hustle System. My name is Mikhail, and I help people master their mindset, build a better business, and help you live your life on your terms. In this video, I got the number one piece of advice for all the young people out there. I'm still relatively young, I think, or hope, but this is for those of you that are below 30, specifically. Before we dig in, obviously, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe right now. And if you have subscribed but haven't clicked the little notification bell, click that little bell so you can be notified when I upload more videos. It really means a lot and helps everybody in the world make it a better place. So, number one piece of advice for young people, okay? It's really simple. I'm just gonna lead with it right away. Say yes to everything. Everything. Say yes to it, okay? I have missed out on a lot of opportunities by not being super confident in myself, in my ability to execute. I've had situations where it's like, all right, you know, that's pretty intense project. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till my skills are better. And one thing I learned is sometimes it's okay to overextend a little bit. Now, I'm not saying go and scam people. I'm not saying go and promise people things that you can't deliver, but find that sweet spot between stretching your comfort zone and being able to actually deliver a good result, a good product for, you know, yourself and for everybody else around you. And this is something I wish I learned a lot more. And this is actually something I did a lot of. There's maybe like 15, 20% I could have done this even more, where I think back on opportunities, I'm like, that could have been a really cool opportunity. You know what? Could I have sacrificed a couple other things potentially to have gotten it done? Yeah, totally. So say yes to everything, but this might not be interpreted quite the way you might think. So this is why most people, when they hear that and then they close the video, they're like, cool, got it, true, and they're gonna miss out on this part, because you might think that applies to work, right? Say yes to every opportunity that comes to your, you know, to your RAS, to your reticular activation system that, you know, comes up. Say yes. But I don't just mean that. I mean say yes to everything. So that means say yes to the experience also. Okay, and this is kind of the wild card to this, is that I'll give you an example. I had the opportunity of going to Bali a couple years back, and I really didn't want to go. Okay, like I wanted to go, but I really financially was like, I could make more money if I don't go. Why should I do it? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I kind of was like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. Best experience of my life. Okay, best experience of my life. So if you're below 30, and arguably if you're after 30 too, but especially in that range between like 16, 17, and 30, just say yes to every experience, have as many experiences as possible. And this also applies obviously to career opportunities as well. Because what might happen is you might have a project come across your plate and you might say, you know, I don't know if I really know how to do that. But let me ask you the question, do you have enough time to figure it out? And can you be transparent enough and say, look, I'm gonna be honest here. I don't totally know how to do all these parts. I know how to do this part and this part, but I don't know these other three parts. I'll take the project on, but just keep in mind, I'm gonna be figuring some of this stuff up as I go. And if the person that's giving you the project is like, nope, you know, I need a professional, I need someone who knows the ins and outs 100%, well, okay, don't go in to see people, okay? We're not silly, we're not con artists here. It's like, go and, you know, deliver the result you promise, right? That should be a given. It's called being human, it's called being a good human. Okay, I shouldn't have to explain that to you guys. Maybe we'll do an ethics video a different time. But if it's something that they are willing to say, hey, you know what? I get it, man. You know, but I like you. You're a smart kid. Go do it. Take it on. Take on everything. Say yes. Say yes. Like I've got a friend. He just moved to LA, and I've got a great opportunity. And him and I were having the conversation. He's like, yeah, I don't know if I really want to do that. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? You're in your early 20s, dude. Take it. Invest the time. Learn the skills. Get better. And he's like, yeah, but you know, I'd rather maybe do some of this other stuff. Opportunity cost, yada yada yada. And yeah, there's always opportunity cost, guys, with everything. But you know what is the worst opportunity cost? Is not having a flow of opportunities. Yeah. So track me from here. If you start saying no to opportunities, energetically, there's only two things that can happen. Option one is you are clearing the space to be able to take action on a really big opportunity. Okay, and that's good. If you're consciously aware of the opportunity you want to take action on, then you can clear out some of the smaller opportunities and take action on it. But what I see a lot of people do is they don't take action on the opportunities they have, and they're not clearing space. They're just kind of not taking action on opportunities. And what happens there is they're always thinking like, oh, the perfect opportunity will come tomorrow. And the reality is the best way to create that big opportunity is to knock out a lot of the other smaller opportunities. It's kind of like leveling up in life, right? If you've got 5 smaller opportunities and you can crush it at all of them, you crush it, all of a sudden you have 3 bigger opportunities. And then before you know it, you got that one really big one that ends up being, you know, whether that's the movie role that you want, that album, that business, whatever that big thing is that you want to do with your life, that ends up happening. So don't do yourself the disservice of waiting and being passive. Be very, very active. If you are trying to accomplish things, the only way to accomplish something is to take the action, right? There's moments for meditation, there's moments for rest and recovery, etc. But the best point of accomplishment that you are going to find is 100% going to be in the action taking. And what are you taking action on? You're taking action on opportunity. So say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes. It's okay to overextend. Also say yes to the experiences. Do it. Just catch yourself when you're being passive and not really taking action, because the funny thing with this whole law of attraction thing is the law of attraction is a response from the universe giving you what you have deserved. Okay, I always say you're not going to get what you want, you will always get what you deserve. This is very, very important to understand, because I think a lot of young people want a lot of things, but they really haven't deserved them. They haven't done the work. They see the influencers on Instagram, they see these lifestyle things, and you know, some of that money is inherited, some of it is earned, some of it is like, who knows if they even have money. And it's very, very hard to separate the perception from the reality. And you have to understand that you're living your own life. Say yes to every opportunity that crosses your path, unless it's something like, you know, if it's got to be an upward momentum one, right? I'm not saying like go smoke crack with people if they're like offering you crack. Like, it's not what I'm saying here. Hopefully you're smart enough to figure that out. But if someone says, hey, here's a project that I want to do, I'm not really sure how to execute on it, and you're like, hey, I could help you. It might take a week or 2 weeks of my time, but I can help you with that project. You never know what opportunity is going to come up down the line from that, because that person might meet some other person, and then they do a business together, and then 5, 6, 7 years down the line, they go and they go, hey man, I remember you helped us with that opportunity. Actually, we've got this much, much bigger thing that we need help with. And that's how you create more opportunities in your life and more luck in your life. Like, you notice how some people are just lucky? They seem to have everything going their way. Well, the reality behind luck is that there's enough options to pick the good ones. Like the quote, luckiest people are people that are proactive about creating a lot of options for themselves, and then having enough options to where they can say, you know what, I really want to do those ones. And then they do those ones, and it creates a positive effect, because now they've done those and they're excited, and that excitement attracts more people, attracts more opportunities, attracts more options, and create this really powerful, positive snowball effect that you want to create in your life. Okay, so again, short video, super simple though, because I saw a friend of mine do this recently. I'm throwing a really great opportunity his way, and he's like about to say no to it, and I'm sitting there having to convince him to say yes to it. And to me, it's very much a limiting belief of, like, you got to be able to just say yes, blaze through, say yes, blaze through, say yes, blaze through. And then as your pool of opportunities grows, now you can start to switch. So my recommendation for anyone over 30 is actually the exact opposite. It's actually kind of like to say no by default. For example, I don't take meetings anymore, right? I will only meet with friends, and I don't take business meetings or very many business calls currently in the current paradigm, because my time is so precious. Because I've said yes to so many things over the last decade or so, I've got a wealth of opportunity in front of me, and I know how to create more, right? I know how to find a client, and through that client, find 3 more clients, and continue to splinter and splinter and splinter and expand that until you have a very robust ecosystem for what you want to do. But if you're in your 20s, man, just go for it. Like, everything comes up, say yes, say yes, say yes, knock it out super quickly, overextend, feel like you're kind of under the pressure, create that positive pressure cooker for yourself on the performance. And it's also going to allow you to find out what you do and don't want to do. That's a huge thing, because I think people always ask, like, what do you want to do with your life? And it's like, dude, I don't know. And it's okay to not know. Like, the whole point of life is to figure out what you want to do. So just keep that in mind. And the best way to figure out what you want to do is to say yes to everything, because here's the downside. If you say no, 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 those opportunities start to go away, and then you find yourself with only a couple opportunities left, and then you have to scramble to get those opportunities. They kind of like go through your fingers like sand, and all of a sudden you're grasping at straws, and that creates scarcity, and now opportunities don't really want to attract to you because they know that you're going to say no. There's kind of an energetic component to it as well, where if you have like this powerful momentum of you're always punching the bag, right? You're going to have better flow, you're going to have better movement than somebody who just wants to sit at home and eat potato chips. So do it, lock in on it, get it. Say yes to everything that comes across your way this week. Create the positive snowball effect of opportunities so that eventually you can take a look at that and say, wow, I could say yes. Like right now, I could say yes to probably 150 different opportunities that are on my plate. So this is why I don't like really take too many clients anymore. I'm like, okay, I could do all these things. There's all these people that want to work with me, and that's great, right? But I really want to make videos for you guys. Like, this is what I want to do, all right? So that's why I'm doing it. And hopefully it's helpful. I know I rant sometimes, but I do it out of love because, man, I wish somebody rewired my thought processes earlier. I got really, really lucky, really, really blessed. I met Ty Lopez when I was in my 20s. It was this great entrepreneurial seed that got planted that then has exploded into what we're seeing now. Super cool, but not everybody has that opportunity. So it's kind of my mission with this channel to give you that opportunity, even if I can't be there with you in person. Speaking of being there in person with me, we've got an amazing mentoring program. Highly recommend you check it out. We're going to include a link down below. It's 12 weeks of marketing training where we break down everything you need to know, from creating the content to building funnels to email sequences to automations. I mean, the works. The list goes on and on and on. Highly recommend you check out the link if you want to work in depth with myself and my team, and fill out the little form on there. I hope to see you inside. And in short, it's been Hustle System. As always, my name is Mikhail. I help people master their mindset, build a better business, help you live your life on your terms. This has been advice for young people because apparently I'm old enough to be able to give advice to young people. I think I'm qualified, hopefully. Who knows? You never know. It's the internet, it's YouTube. But either way, I got lots of love for you and appreciate you. Hope you have an amazing day. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.